Hello, hello, hello. I hope my mic works. Hi, Kelsey. Can you hear me okay? I don't see these little green dots lighting up, but hoping it works. I also have a cat brush here. So that's here. I'm going to put that over there. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Also, if you see me like bouncing around, it's because I've got this big old Pilates ball that I want to be on, you know? And thanks everyone. Holy moly. What a week that was. I'm so tired. That was exhausting. Hey, Stephanie. Oh. Hello, everyone. Hi, Shayla. Okay, I'm going to put this playlist in the chat too. I know I tagged it in the Patreon post. And today, how the fuck do I share this? Okay, there it is. Hi, this is hard sometimes. My brain, oh my gosh. Boom. Oh, thanks, Karen. Yeah, we married as hell now. We're all marriaged up. We keep doing this thing where I see him and I'm like, husband. And he's like, wife. It's pretty exciting. Oh, thank you, Kelsey. Yeah, it was pretty good. The look came together. People were really like, Kamar's like, I've never been complimented so much on my outfit. Like, you looked hella beautiful, babe. You were looking like a Texas dreamboat in your bolo tie and in your boots, okay? That's what we were going for. Oh, thanks, Adrian. Thanks, Miriam. Thanks, Annalisa. Yeah, so Kamar's good friend that he grew up and did football with from Houston took our photos. His name's Arnaldo. He's awesome. And he normally shoots like architecture and it has this very like dark industrial feel. And he's like, I don't normally shoot weddings. And I was like, no, dude, what you do is actually like, it's totally our vibe. Like, I think it's going to be perfect. So he sent us a few and they're like I thought, awesome. So I'm going to share them in Patreon in a couple days just because I love you guys and we're all friends, you know? And y'all know me and y'all know my partner and it's our thing. So should we do yoga or something today? Right, Sarah? That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, it's just cool. Thanks. Yeah, it's yogurt time. All right, so like I said, we're doing twists and stuff. I got out a couple of blocks because they can be helpful since we'll be doing like half moons, revolved half moons, and we'll be doing some opening into your hamstrings and stuff to get into those shapes. So if you need them, bring them. And let's get started. Let's do it, yeah? I'll adjust my camera up. And if you wanted to follow along with the same playlist, let's start it in 5 seconds. From the top, Doma. Let's do child's pose. Let's go there first. I need to child's pose. I need to get on the ground. So I'll have you take your knees wide, big toes together, and then hinge forward from your hips, reaching your arms forward in front of you. And once you get your forehead on the ground, perhaps closing your eyes, just going internal for a moment here. Every time I create a class or I create an idea of where I'm going, I find that it follows the same pathway that I'm going in my life, in that life way, that life does life things. And so as we go through these twists and all these turns for this next hour, I want you to know that this pathway, you're ready to take it. You're ready to go along it. You're ready to move through it. When things appear in front of us, I know sometimes we feel like we're not ready, but they're there for a reason. So here, take a big breath in, fill up your lungs into all 4 corners of your space. And exhaling out. Good, 2 more times, just like that. Big breath in. And big breath out. Good. Once you finish off that final one, I want you to lift up just a little bit and bring your fingertips onto the ground, lengthen out through your arms, plug the shoulder blades in, and take a little walk out to your left-hand side. Try to reach a little bit more with your right arm. Yeah? Play the piano that's further away from you. Ooh. And then let's take it back to center. Do the same thing on the other side. Reach that left arm a little further. Get space into the lats. And let's ride it all the way back to center. And I want you to lift your hips, adjust your knees so that they're right underneath your hip sockets. And walk your arms forward, going into puppy position. So different from child's pose, obvi, because your booty's in the sky. Now you can bring chest and chin down to the ground. You can bring forehead down to the ground, but lately I've been feeling like moving within all my shapes. So I'm going to like rock a little bit side to side here. I'm like a swinging bridge in the jungle, yeah? Last 5 seconds here. Yeah. Now grip your fingertips into the earth, contract your tummy, roll yourself all the way forwards, and let's come all the way down to our bellies. Adjust the hands right underneath your shoulder blades. Get long through the back of the neck, low cobra. Let's peel it up. Engage the back muscles, pull them down your back. Woo! My little erectors are sore for some reason. And then take it all the way back down to the ground. Let's go again, but walk those hands back a little bit. Elevate. Utilize your hands, just 10 or 15%. Oof, good. Take it all the way back down. Walk the hands back one more time. This time we're going to try to get all the way up into upward facing dog. I know it feels so early, but you can do this shit. Elevate, elevate. Push into the hands. Lift up the thighs and shins. Spiral the undersides of your elbows forward. And let's do a little mermaid roll. Rock over to your left hip. Place that hip onto the ground. Gaze to the back of your space. All right, come back through center. Same thing on the other side. Roll over onto your right hip. This is also a lot of flexion in the wrists, and it gets a nice stretch into your forearm, okay? Again, check out the back of your space. And then let's take it all the way back to center and through to downward facing dog. Roll over the toes, tuck them, and then elevate your hips to the sky. Oh, that feels so good. Now listen, I want you to take your time in this downward facing dog. It's our first one together. Yeah, what do you want to do here? You want to waggle your butt, shake your head out? No. You can do all of those things. We're going to spend 10 more seconds here. Good. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Let's lift the heels, roll yourself forward to high plank. Notice if you feel a little bit short, if you need to walk it out a little bit. Usually we all do, okay? And then take it back into downward facing dog. Let's get those shoulders nice and warmed up. Roll it forward, inhale. Exhale, take it back. Continue for 10 more seconds. Flowing, moving, breath to movement. Last one. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Take it back forwards. Lower your knees down to the ground. Open twist. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. And I want you to hold. This is incredibly difficult for me for some reason because I'm trying to not let my hips bump off to the right. I'm trying to find a little more stability, keeping myself centered. This is a lot of abdominal work to stay right here, folks. Give me a breath in. Exhale, let's turn it into a real twist. Rock the shoulder underneath you. Thread the needle. Right ear to the ground. Right arm reaches out towards the side. Now, this left hand can stay right here. It can come up above your head. I like to do those same spidery fingertips that we were doing earlier in our child's pose. Or you could wrap and bind. So left arm works around the body. Maybe fingertips find the hip crease. Wherever you want to be. I want to be here today. Two breaths. Oh my God, I want to stay here forever. But let's come back up. I want you to plant into your tabletop position and then take a couple of cat-cows. Reach your heart space forward. Exhale, round and contract. Remember earlier in the month we were doing those really slow, articulated cat-cows? Like we were starting from the pelvis and rolling it up into the chest. You can absolutely do that. You can barrel roll, whatever. Whatever you want to do, you got 5 more seconds to do it. All right, let's balance out our other side. So right hand stays on the mat. Left arm is going to reach up to the sky. Holding this active twist with the hips in one spot. Again, as much as I love bumping my hips out to the side, we're going to squeeze everything back to center. Take a breath in. Exhale, thread your needle. Left goes underneath the right. Drop the shoulder, drop the ear down to the ground. And then again, this right hand, let it find its pathway. When I do my right arm forwards or the opposing arm forwards, I always like to think about majorly squaring my armpit down to the ground. Activation in the fingertips, couple more breaths. Ooh. I'm like eating this pause like dessert right now. I don't want to leave it, but let's get out of it. Ooh. Bring yourself back into a tabletop position. This time we're going to float it. We're going to get a little more activation in the upper body. So tuck your toes, float your knees a couple inches off of the ground. Now you can continue doing your cat-cows in this position. A lot more challenging, a lot more to think about. And if you're like, Tracy, that's too much for a Monday morning for me, then you can take the knees back down onto the ground. We're here for a shorter amount of time, just 8 seconds, okay? Down dog will come back to us in 3, in 2, and 1. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. Now elevate your heels again, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top of your mat. You can step, you can hop, but we will be hip width distance apart. Now, allow the upper body to hang, decompress your spinal column. And then let's roll it all the way up to standing. Soften your knees, stack your vertebra like pearls on a necklace. Good. Once you make it all the way up, get any little moves out you need. All right, let's sweep both of our arms up to the sky. And with your exhale, I want you to sweep the arms back behind you and hinge forward to a halfway point. Just like you're in a halfway lift. Feel that stretch into your hamstrings right there. Good. You should feel equal tension, almost like you're going into a deadlift position. Now reach both of your arms forward. Woo, and then sweep both of your arms back. Good morning, back muscles. One more time, just like that. Inhale forwards. And with your exhale back. Good. Now let's plant your left hand on the ground. Bend your left knee to help it get there. And open up into a twist. I've offered this before in some classes. Roll to the outside edge of your right foot. It's a really nice stretch for your calf, outer ankle. Good. Now I want you to melt all the way back down. Again, roll yourself all the way up to stack. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Sweep your arms back behind you, hinge forward into your hips, just like you're preparing to dive off of a block. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Stay flat. Exhale, sweep it back. It should feel almost like a warrior 3, yeah? Inhale forwards. Good, exhale back. Now let's bend your right knee, plant your right hand onto the ground. Ooh, into that forward fold twisted position. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. If you did it on the other side, it feels awesome for me because I was wearing high heels all week. And I don't normally. All right, take it all the way back down to the ground. Fold and rise all the way up. And then let's walk your feet together. Big toes touch, tailbone down. Spiral the palms to the front of your space. Mountain, at attention. Breath in. And out. Close your eyes if you can. Inhale through the nose. Out of your mouth. Grip into the earth with your toes. That's yours right there. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Let's add the arms. Inhale, sweep your arms up to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Take it all the way down. Hinge from your hips. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Maybe you keep your hands on the ground. Come up to fingertips, maybe on blocks. And then let's step back into high plank and do our first chaturanga. Glide forward, bend your elbows to 90, draw the core in, pull the ribs in. Upward facing dog. We've been here before. It's one of our earliest moves. Broad chest. Exhale, take it up and back, down dog. One nice breath in. Breath out, push away from that ground. That's it. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, top of your mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Keep the hips in one spot. Open twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forwards. Inhale, back up. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Chaturanga. If you do hop backs, please land with bent elbows, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing. We're going to do that whole series 2 more times. Let's travel to the top. Half lift when you arrive and then fold. Rise to standing. Open twist right. Zip everything together in the pelvis. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chatta. Urdhva. Adho. One more time through. Halfway and fold. Rise to standing. Open to the right. Inhale, rise. To the left. Inhale, rise. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chatta. Upward. Downward. Now broaden your stance a bit with the feet. Walk the hands back a little bit. Maybe you get your heels pretty comfortably on the ground here for a down dog twist. Right hand is going to find the outside of your left leg. Your hand can really go anywhere. It can even scoop underneath your heel. We're going to do an extended hold here, 20 seconds. It can be a lot for the shoulder. But we're building stamina. All these moves that test those areas, we're getting into those tiny stabilizer muscles in the shoulders, which is really good at mitigating injuries, which typically happen from destabilizing. Last 5. Good, let's do the other side. Right hand down. Make sure it's in the right spot there for you. And then cross to the other side. Now again, remember in that like open twist we did earlier before I thread the needle? The same concept with the hips are happening here. You don't want to bump them off to the right. Even though that makes it easier, try to bring it to center. Stable shoulders. Again, we're in this 20-second hold. We're already halfway through it. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left hand back down. And then walk it forwards into a high plank position. Adjust your legs so that they're back into neutral. And then I want you to lift the heels. So even though you're in a plank, press forward so that you're planching and start to walk the hands back. Keep those heels really high. Now you're going to feel like you're falling forwards. That's the point. I want you to try to tap both of your shins with your hands and catch yourself and walk back forwards. Yeah? Planche. Walk. And take it back forwards. 15 seconds. Let's go. Last round. Walk it all the way back. Heels to the ground. Melt. Chest expansion if you want it. Interlace the fingers, lengthen through the arms, open up across the chest. Now bend into your left knee, look out to your right. And switch to work to the other side. I just want to live here today. Good, take it back to center. Release your hands onto your hips. Kind of like this low back hip area. Soften your knees. Roll it all the way up. It's that free yoga drugs right there. Okay. Adjust the positioning of your hands so that your fingers are pointing up, thumbs in, or out to the side, whatever. Standing camel. I know it's a weird one, but I like doing it. I want you to squeeze your buns, fortify those cheeks, push the hips forward, open up your chest. I like to really squeeze my butt. This is such a nice counter for back bendy things and forward folds. Now let's take it all the way back down to the ground. Once you get your hands down, walk it forward to high plank position and back into downward facing dog. Right leg is going to lift up. I want you to try to work squareness here. So think right hip flexor down towards the earth. Push away with your right foot. I want flexion right there too. Find a breath in. Exhale, pull knee to nose. Big round into that upper spine. Point into the toes. Yeah. Inhale, re-extend it up to the sky. Flex through the foot. Good. Again, exhale, bring knee to nose around, pointed toe. Now, lengthen the leg back out again, but stay in your high plank position. Big flex. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big step through into low lunge. Lower your left knee down. Stack yourself all the way up above these hips. You made it. Oh my God. So we're going to do some more cat-cows, but we're going to do it in this lunging position. If your knees are giving you some grief, tacos. Tacos for breakfast are what you get. Double up your mat. Now, interlace your fingers, press them on your thigh right here. And I want you to tuck, push, straighten, yeah? And then do the opposite of that. Bend, open up the pelvis, anterior tilt. Round, posterior push. Good. Lengthen, do the opposite. You're going to do this 3 more times. And then meet yourself back into a neutral position. Walk this right foot forward. Get deeper into your hip flexor. Tuck the back toe. Lift up the back knee. Sweep these interlaced fingers up to the palms so you're in this high lunge. And then work a little bit further into your back bend. Release the arms into a cactus shape. That's it. Take it all the way down to the ground. Frame up your right foot and move through high to mid plank. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now lift up your left leg. Flex foot. Square hips as square as you can. I know sometimes we don't have mirrors to help us. But I just go on, if I'm square, it feels worse. Okay, pull knee to nose. I want you to point that left toe. Protract across the shoulders. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, pull it in. Good. Now keep it there. Extend it back, but into that high plank. Ooh. And then pull and step it through low lunge. Low grounded lunge. If you tacoed up the mat, make it happen. Interlace palms on top of your thighs here. We're going to work through that lunging cat-cow. Create your back bend. And then do the opposite. Tuck the pelvis, contract the tummy. And keep working. Total of 5. All right. Neutral position after that last one. Walk your left foot a little bit further forwards. Get a little bit deeper into your lunge. Tuck back toes. Lift up your back knee. Sweep the arms up towards the sky. Create your back bend here. Cactus the arms. Get a little bit deeper. And then take it down to the mat. Move through high to mid. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work, everyone. Travel back to the top of your mat. Halfway. And fold. Rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up. And then sweep your arms back behind you and sit into a chair position. Knees come into a bend, sweep back. Now reach the left arm forward, open up to your right. Palms are going to rotate towards that side of the room. And move into the other direction. Left arm back, right arm forwards. Good. One more time like that. Move to the right. And move to the left. This time, both arms go forward. Hands to heart prayer twist. Elbows to the outside of the right thigh or on top or on a block. Yeah? Now, when you're working through this twist, this is, again, one of those moments of pelvic stability so that your spine can rotate safely. Notice if there's knee slippage. Try to bring it back together. I know this is a tough twist. Stay with me for a breath in. And a breath out. Good. Now do that on the other side. Prayer twist, right elbow to left thigh. Yeah, get in there. Don't be scared to sit on it. You're like, sit on what? The imaginary face underneath you. That's what. Thumbs go closer to heart center. Hello. Your digestive system is going to be like, thank you very much. One more inhale. One more exhale. Take it all the way back to your chair and forward fold. Cool. Now, we've been doing those chaturangas and things back. If you want to add on something with a little more oots, a little more chuts, then you can work through your crow position. I like to back up a little bit always. Hands come onto the ground, heels lift, knees come onto triceps, bend, lean forward, and you can lift one or both heels in towards your butt. If you're doing one, this is always great. This is great to just feel it in your hands. I want you to camber up the hands. That means that those middle knuckles are lifting. You're gripping like hell into those fingertips. Fingertips in all inversions are your brake system that'll prevent you from smashing your face open. But if you are just terrified of smooshing your face open, let your block be your landing strip. Lean, touch it, lift. All right, if you're still in that crow position and you have jump backs, then jump back. Extend those legs behind you. Catch yourself in your mid plank, or you can just walk out of it, whatever you want to do. We'll meet in downward facing dog, and then we'll continue to build our flow, folks. Reset, 2 more breaths. Good. Right leg, lift it. Bring knee to nose, round the upper spine. Do that again. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, pull it in. This time, just extend it back, and I want you to hold in your high plank. Flex that foot. Tiny lift of the right heel, lift it. Little up, little up, little up. Only 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull it through. Step through into low lunge. Now get a big dip in that hip. Open up through the chest. Hamstring stretch. You know I can't help myself. Lengthen the right leg. Pull toes to face. Square. Good. One more time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, pull it back. This time I want you to rise up into a high crescent. Both of your arms reach up to sky. And I've got a really intentional stack. Shoulders above my hips. I've got a long tailbone behind me because we're twisting. Right arm goes back, left arm goes forwards. Now, if I'm back bending, it's not like this is bad, but this is controlled. Plus, I'm getting that added benefit of hip flexor and quadricep stretch. Sweep both arms back up to sky and take it down to the ground. Frame up your right foot. Extend it back high to mid with Ekapada if you want it. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg lifts. Pull knee to nose, point. One more time, lift it. Knee to nose, point. Now just extend the leg back. Flex the foot, lift, lift. Get it into the butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull knee to nose, step through, low lunge. Big opening into the hip flexor. Do it for daddy. Lengthen out through your left leg, hip flexor stretch. Hamstring. whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Hips, hams, jams. Rebend into your front knee. We're going to do it one more time. And pull it back. Good, rebend. Bring it all the way up, high crescent. Intentional stack, intentional length. We open into our twist. Left arm back, right arm forwards. Imagine like you're up against a wall. Hug that wall. That's what I want. Good, take it all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, take it down to the ground. High to mid. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Heels nice and high. Bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, sweep the arms back, bend into your knees. Good, arms sweep forward. And I want you to do prayer twist to your right. Now, if you want it, if you're feeling your crow pose business, I'm going to offer up a side crow. I don't like these, clearly, because I don't teach them a lot. I like to lift my heels, get really compressive and low here. Yeah? Hands are going to work flat to the ground. My right knee is on my left elbow, and my right hip can come onto my right elbow. You can balance. You can even extend. Wee. For 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Ugh. Take it over to the other side. I should probably twist all the way first, huh? Heels down. Right elbow onto the left thigh. Get the rotation first. I feel like my sinuses drain every time I do this. Now I'm going to drop it down. Hands on the ground. Again, knee can go onto that tricep, and my hip can go onto the other elbow. Get the leverage. You can lift up one, you can lift up both. You can also extend. For 3, for 2, and 1. Take it back. Ooh. Hands to heart center. Forward fold, get out of there. Halfway lift, lengthen. Chata. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen for these changes, my loves. Right leg lifts. Knee to nose. I want you to hold that plank. Extend the right leg back one time. Pull it through, low lunge, step through. Dip the left hip. Perhaps on this one you get a big lifting back bend. And then pull it back, hamstring stretch. Rebend into the front knee, high crescent. Exhale, open twist. Now we add on exalted warrior, right hand, left hamstring. Reach this left arm up and back. If you're feeling very back bendy, you can even come down towards the heel or calf. Ooh. Good, bring it back to that twist. And let's open up warrior 2. Right heel bisects left arch. Deep into that front leg. Reverse warrior. Right arm all the way up and back. And take it all the way down to low lunge. Pick your escape route. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Knee to nose. Good, extend the leg back. Stay in your plank. Step it through, low lunge. Ooh. Same lunge, or add on your bigger back bend. Hamstring stretch, pull it back. Left leg nice and long, toes to face. Rebend into front knee, rise into high crescent. Open twist, left arm back, right arm forwards. If you notice, I'm constantly adjusting my feet to account for all these different shapes. Exalted warrior. Left hand, right hamstring. This is where a lot of you are going to be. That heel feels so far away. What the fuck? Oh. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, warrior 2. Let's go. Nice depth in that front leg. Just want to pull my pants up to my nipples. Left hand up and back, reverse warrior. And low lunge, take it all the way down. High to mid. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now you can stay in this down dog. You can break. If you're looking to test yourself a little bit here, you can stay in your down dog and practice your handstand hops. We always love a little handstand hop action. So if you're wanting to play with those hops, I mean, there's so many ways to hop into so many different kinds of handstands. You can play with your tucks, so your bent knees staying tucked in. You can play with your wrist taps. You can just practice on your floats going forward to your fold, yeah? So if you're working your toe taps, lift, tap in the wrist, coming to your fold. You can even wrist tap up. I don't even know if I can do this right now. I haven't done it in a hot second, y'all, and I was eating barbecue all weekend. Okay, so eating barbecue is great for handstands, okay? It's really beneficial. I feel accomplished right now. I don't even want to show tucks anymore because I feel so good about myself right now. So whatever you're playing with, play for another 10 or so seconds. And then we'll continue. Oh, motherfucker. Man, that is a way to get your heart rate up. Ooh. All right. Let's meet back in our down dog, and then we'll continue through our final flow. We'll add on our final pieces, okay? Big breaths in. Big breaths out. You can do this shit. You've made it this far. Right leg is going to lift up. I want you to open up your hip on this one. Now, we're going to take your right knee to your left tricep. So square off, pull it in. You can extend out, yeah? Or you can hurdlers. Attach it, lean, extend. Yeah, so it's a big twist. Good, let's take it all the way back up. Right leg lifts. Knee to nose, big step through low lunge. Ooh. One time, big lunge with the option of your back bend. And then hamstring stretch. Good. Rebend into your front knee, take it up into your high crescent. And then I want you to open up your twist to the right. Inhale, exalted warrior. Good. And then we're going to flow all the way through to your warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Listen, mira, mira. Half moon. Right arm is going to go down. Left leg is going to lift. You can take a block underneath your hand right away if that helps you. So much. Now listen, bend into your right knee. Square the hip down. Replace hands. Lengthen through this right leg. revolved half moon. Okay, big transition again. Bend into your right knee. Take yourself all the way up to single-legged mountain. And twist again. Left arm back, right arm forwards. With options. Grabbing your left foot, extending it forwards. Look into the back of your space for your revolved hand to big toe. Now, I'm not grabbing my big toe, I'm grabbing the outside of my foot, but you can grab your big toe if you want. Now let's take it all the way back, landing in a low lunge twist. Left hand down, right arm up. And return that right hand down, moving through high to mid. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side of the big flow. Let's go. Left leg lifts. Open up your hip once you get there. Take your left knee to right tricep, cross body, with the option of just extending out. Fallen triangle, we love to see it. Or you move through your hurdlers. Attach, attach, lengthen and lift. For 3, for 2, and take it back. Left leg lifts, knee to nose. Step it through for your lunge, whatever your depth needs to be. Good, hamstring stretch. Up into your high crescent. Open into your twist. Left hand, right hamstring. Ooh, my hips were all silly. I saw them in the mirror doing silly things. And then open up warrior 2. Make sure that left toe is pointing forwards. Reverse. And then we move into our half moon. Take off of that back leg, lift everything up. Big flexion into the right foot. Right arm's reaching up. Good, now bend your standing leg. Square the right hip down. Right hand replaces where the left is. Lengthen through your left leg. Lengthen through the right. My hair is doing its own thing today. Revolved half moon. Gonna go ahead and say top 5 least favorite things to do. Okay, now bend into your standing leg. Bring yourself all the way up into single-legged mountain. Open up into a twist. Again, you can just hand onto the thigh or test yourself. Grab for that foot. Last 3. Ooh, I'm sweaty, y'all. Last 2. Take it all the way down and through. We land in a low lunge twist. Right hand to the ground. Right foot is back. Left arm reaches up. And then take it down. Make your final move through. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And once more, holding that down dog. Taking your child's pose. Drilling your handstands if you want. One thing that I would like to offer, because it is very hard. If you want to do it. I don't want to do it. Okay. So we've worked through our crow. We've worked through handstands if you want to do them. Headstand is another thing. Crown of the head, that's where we want to go onto the ground. And I'm going to work a tripod one. So again, head down. Hands are going to go directly underneath your elbows, which are directly in a line parallel to the mat with your shoulder, okay? You can tuck and lift. Walk the knees up onto your triceps. You can extend up to the sky, okay? All those things are here. Now, if you want to play still in twisty land, in this headstand position, Turn your hips to one side. Bend into your knees, trying to bring them onto the tricep and lifting up into your side crow. Head comes back down. Everything lifts back up. Again, twist, bend, other side. Head back down, lift it back up. And you can work your way out of it. Damn, that's hard. Who the hell came up with this shit? Good, I'll give you a few more seconds to play, and then I feel like we did it today. Because if I'm feeling worked, I have an assumption that you are too. So we'll meet all the way down. And we're going to work through Pidgey. Not double, just single pigeon. So you can get into it via tabletop or down dog. But we're going to start with your right leg first. Perfect timing. So right leg works forward. Does not have to be perfectly square. That is a myth. Just want you to go on sensation, okay? And bringing it all the way down. Ooh, there's a ladybug over there. Now, within your pigeon, there's a lot of things you can do also. I like thread the eye of the pigeon. Left underneath right if you're on the right side. Right arm wraps around and finds the toe. Head relaxes or is popped on a block. If you are more vibing with the back bends of class, maybe this back leg comes in. I have not done this in a hot sec, so I'll give you about 15 more seconds again to vibe with yourself and play. Good work, kiddos. Let's do the other side. So whatever your counter needs to be for this. And then we'll work through pigeon on the left. I love this song so much. Now, if you played with that threading variation, right arm would go under the left. Left arm reaches around the body, trying to find the left toe. If you went for your back bending variations, right leg can come in. Ooh, sheesh. This side. We've got about 10 more seconds here. You're almost out. And whatever counter shapes you need for that last one, take them. And then we'll meet seated at the top of our mat, and we'll lay all the way down onto our backs. Now, if you did some of those bigger back bend variations, really important here, we're just going to find a nice neutral spine all together. And then if it feels all right, taking the knees wide around your ribs. So this is called Apanasana, double wind relieving. Or happy baby if that feels right. So you can find the outer edges of your feet. You can find your pants, your big toes, really any grabbable surface here. And I love to practice my straddles. Think about a long spine here. If your little booty is levitating, try to recreate some lumbar curvature, even if it means you do a little retrograde back to Apanasana. One more round of breath. And then we'll take this into a gentle twist. Both knees come back to center and rock them over to your left. Right arm reaches out to the side. So this is massively a twist in the upper body, like I was mentioning, as opposed to happening with secure pelvis. One more breath in. And breath out. Let's take everything back through center and over to the other side. Good. Let's take it all back to center. And if there's any last things you need before we go all the way down, do them. But if you feel ready, give yourself a little squeeze here. Move a bit, rock a little bit, and then curl everything up. Forehead towards your knees, nose between the knees. Maybe you give it so tight that you get to deliver a little kiss over to your left knee, over to your right knee. Just thanking those knees for their service today. And then release everything down. Final Shavasana position, folks. Scoot the shoulders underneath. Squeeze the butt and then release it, getting a little more spinal length. Take a deeper breath here, my loves. Bringing some oxygen back into your system. And start to find movement through your fingers, your toes, your ankles, your wrists. Perhaps stretching yourself out completely into this giant X shape and then rolling off onto one side into a fetal position. Good. Push yourself all the way up to the seat. And take a moment to thank yourself, because this work is difficult. Knowing yourself this intimately and then bringing that self out into the world. So I am very proud of all of you. Thank you for letting me move your body. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday. And I hope I get to see you again later this week. I think we're doing a class either Wednesday or Friday. I have to double check. But you all did amazing. Thanks, Kels. I love you a lot. I feel really good after that. That's much better. It was desperately needed. Oh, you're welcome, my loves. So good to see you all, even if it's digitally. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Guess what? No matter what you have going on, it's going to be okay, all right? The universe is on your side. It has your back. If shit's changing and it's crazy, it's because you're ready for it. Thanks, Shayla. Yeah, I gotta turn in that marriage license. That's what we gotta do today. We gotta mail it in and make it official. Yeah. All right, my gorgeous darlings. I'm going to cut off the stream. Thanks for stopping by on your break. Yeah, this class will be available for you later. I'll see you guys next time, okay? I love you all so much.